What is up there, everybody? Citrus Aviation here with yet another video, and today we are going to do the Gemini Jets June releases, and I have a special guest with me today, and that is JJ Skippy, and I'd like to welcome him onto the show.
Hello.
And he is actually currently in my area. I won't say where I live or anything like that, but we're actually fairly close to each other at the time of this recording. But we couldn't meet up for this video, so we're just doing it via Discord call. And so with the releases, as usual, I'm going to talk about the ones that sold out, and we're going to start here with the American Eagle CRJ 900 from last month. I literally just unboxed this model just before starting this call and doing this video. And the model has the same issues that the Delta one has, so if you're expecting Gemini Jets to fix it, I mean, first, what were you doing thinking Gemini Jets would fix an issue? And then secondly, this model has a couple of additional issues with it, so stay tuned for the review and the unboxing where I talk about those. And then 1/200 scale, of course, the Southwest Classic in 1/200 scale sold out, both the standard one and the flaps down. I have a flaps down one on order that I'll be getting with a little package from the R model store, so I'm really excited for that. And the rest of my NG models April release will come there as well. But coming down here at the bottom, we have the June releases. There's some interesting stuff. We're going to start here with 1/400 scale as we usually do, with an Antonov AN-124 RA 82027 is the registration of this one, and this one is a whopping $66.95. The mold on this is kind of trash, so if you can buy like a Harper one or something like that, try and do that because this one's kind of garbage. And next up we got BA City Flyer E170. This is the one that British Airways recently just retired, registered as Golf Dash Lima Charlie Yankee Golf 4295. I just zoomed in here so you guys can see a little bit better. Next up we have the Rex AR 737-800. This is an aircraft that Rex AR just recently started getting. It's really cool that they now have mainline aircraft. For most of their fleet, they're Saab 340s and other smaller propeller-driven aircraft. But they have been getting some bigger aircraft, so that's cool. That is Victor Hotel Romeo Quebec Charlie for $46.95. And that is after the price increase that we had a few months ago. Now next up we have a model that most of us are really excited for. This is November 604 Sierra Kilo, which is a SkyWest CRJ 700. I believe I saw... No, I didn't see this one. I saw, I think it was 711, which is one of the other SkyWest CRJ 700s at Des Moines. But this is an awesome aircraft. And what do you think of this release, as I'm sure you have personal interest in it?
Well, I'm certainly interested in this release for sure. I obviously did pre-order it, so I just think that this release will definitely be popular, and from my understanding it is already sold out at a couple of retailers like the RM Model Store, because I tried to check there and I tried to pre-order it and it already said sold out, so I had to go to Waffle Collectibles to get it. But other than that, I think this model will definitely show some interest to a lot of collectors. And personally to me, because I do kind of need an American Eagle CRJ 700, which is, that's who it operates for. So I definitely will be picking this up, and hopefully I will be getting it in, I would say, 4 to 6 weeks' time.
Yeah, which is a really cool model. I have one on order as well. I ordered through the R model store. And yes, this particular aircraft does operate for SkyWest with the American Airlines brand, but SkyWest CRJ 700s have also and do also operate for United and Delta Airlines, depending on different years and such. So this is one you could use basically for any major US airline, and it would have operated with them at least at some point. So this is a very nice generic model that a lot of people are going to get. And then we have some more retro 757s. That seems to be a thing Gemini Jets really likes doing right now. And here we have a TWA 757-200. This is one in their last livery they had in the 90s. November, what's the registration of this one? This is 725 Tango Whiskey. A fun fact, this aircraft, along with several others, became part of the Delta Airlines fleet. And next up we have a UPS MD-11F. November 281 Uniform Papa. And I will not begin this one because I got the one from the UPS company store, which was a really good deal, and I think it was like 20 bucks. It was really cheap. So I don't need this one, and this is the new livery one though, so if you don't have a new livery one, yeah, so it's a great addition. But if you have the old livery one, that's fine too, because this one isn't really much of a difference. And then finally, in 1/400 scale, before we go to Gemini Max, we have a Wizz Air A320, great model for European collectors, Hotel Alpha Dash, Lima Whiskey Charlie is the rig of this one, and I like Wizz Air. I think they're a cool livery, and awesome branding. And then next up we have the French Air Force A330 MRTT. This is classified as a KC-30, so technically the A330 MRTT is not correct. They call this a KC-30, I believe, A. But this is Foxtrot Uniform India Charlie Hotel. It's an expensive model, but the Gemini Max aircraft are pretty good, so I do think it's worth it at $56.95. Now, of course, don't pay MSRP for it. You can get about 20% discount if you buy from your choice of retailer. Next up, we have a Royal Australian Air Force P-8 Poseidon A47-003 is the registration on this one. And this is a cool aircraft. You can usually tell a Royal Australian Air Force aircraft by the kangaroo inside the circle there. That's how you know it's a Royal Australian Air Force. This is an awesome aircraft. I do like the P-8s, and I'm looking forward to more releases. Now, I cover 1/200 scale models as well, because that's a part of the hobby that I collect in occasionally, and something I'm interested in. Here we have an America West 757-200. I believe this is in the Ohio livery. Yes, it is. This is an awesome aircraft, and it is registered November 905 Alpha Whiskey. This aircraft was retired, I think, around sometime 2017 or so with US Airways. But this is an awesome aircraft. America West did these state liveries, and this is one of them. This is really cool. Kind of a precursor to the Southwest State 1 liveries, but these are like a slightly different design. Next up, we have the Eastern 757-200. Gemini Jets is really liking doing these classic 75s, and here we have another one. We got this model in 1/400 scale last month. This is in the silver livery, the polished aluminum, and this is 502 Echo Alpha, cool model. And then one of the most exciting ones in 1/200, in my opinion, is the FedEx 777F with the opening doors. And yes, the L1 door there does open. They give you a piece where you can attach it on there with an opening section. The Aerologic 777 was the first one to have it, and now we have the FedEx one. This looks really cool. Registration on this is November 888 Foxtrot Delta. I approve that registration because 8 is my favorite number, and this is a cool aircraft. Next up, we have an aircraft that I have ordered. This is the Frontier A321, November 704 Foxtrot Romeo, $84.95. Pretty expensive aircraft, but it's a nice model. I have the first release, which I don't remember what aircraft that was, but that is the first release A321 Frontier, and now they're doing another one at 1/200 scale. One of the cool things with Frontier is you can basically collect all the aircraft because every single one has a different tail. So that is one of the cool things with Frontier. And then next up we have one of my favorite interactive series aircraft that Gemini Jets has done, and that is the Boeing 747-400. This is a Korean Air cargo one, HL7603, but it does have a very high sticker price of $202.95. If these weren't so expensive, I would have bought all of them because I think these 747-400s are awesome. And I'd like to get some of these in 1/400 scale, and I might even get one of these in 1/200 at some point, but I just currently don't have the budget for it. But it's an awesome model, and I know there'll be a bunch of my viewers who will buy this. Next up, we have the Qantas 787-9. You get it in two varieties, flaps up, flaps down. Victor Hotel Zelo November Kilo is this one, and the standard one is $148.95, with the flaps down being $156.95. So you got an $8 price increase to get the flaps down. I don't think that's actually that bad a price just to get flaps down, but you know, it's a cool model. It'll probably be pretty popular. And then we have the Qantas Freight A321F. This is the same aircraft that we've seen basically everyone making, but here we see it in Gemini 200 version. Victor Hotel Uniform Lima Delta. And then finally we have the Qatar Airways 777-300ER Alpha 7-Bravo Echo Bravo. This is in the FIFA World Cup 2022 livery, and they have two versions once again. The standard one for $146.95 and the flaps down for $156.95. And I just realized the 777-300ER is the same price as the 787-9. So 333 definitely is the better deal here, because you get a lot more aircraft for the same price. But yeah, those are the releases. I ordered two. I ordered a SkyWest CRJ700 and a Frontier A321, and those are models that I ordered. I am happy that it isn't the greatest release set for me, because the last couple months have been very, very expensive. And Gemini Jets, I really think has kind of turned the corner to where they are listening to people. Like, a lot of these releases are ones that we have wanted for quite a while. There's a lot of plain livery aircraft, which we've been needing more of. So that's really good news. So what do you think of these releases overall?
I think these releases are pretty good. I do need that slightly less exciting month as well, because the past couple of months I've kind of blown my budget on all these models, but as I said earlier, I did pick up the SkyWest, and that's really the only model I'm getting. But I am considering the TWA 752 and possibly the UPS MD-11. So those are the other two that do interest me, but for now, just because of funding and whatnot, I'm only getting the SkyWest. The 1200s are pretty good as well. I do like that Frontier A321 and the fact that each aircraft is different with a different animal on the tail of each aircraft. The interactive series are getting more and more exciting. I'm hoping that they will introduce like a 777 or a 747-400 variant in the 400 scale. But overall, in 200 scale, they seem pretty nice from what I've seen. I would like to pick them up, but they're pretty gosh darn expensive, so I don't have the money to collect 200 scale. So, other than that, I don't really have anything else about these releases.
Yeah, I think even in 1/400 scale, the 747-8 that we currently have is like, even with retail discounts, like $52 or something ridiculous. So
yeah, it's still expensive. I've been wanting one of those, but they're just too expensive for my liking.
Yeah, well, somehow Aviation 18 manages to get all of them. So yeah. But anyway, that is it for this release set. Obviously, if you want to get the interactive models, I'm fine with that. I just find it interesting. But anyway, this is a good release set overall. I like the variety. I like that it wasn't too bad in my wallet this time. And yeah, I think Gemini Jets is actually listening, as much as I hate to say it. I think they are listening at least for what we want to see released. The quality, that leaves a little bit to be desired. But overall, Gemini Jets done a good job with this release set. And so that is it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I also want to thank JJ Skippy for coming on. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. One cool thing with the YouTube app that they've changed recently is you can just direct mention people in the descriptions. So if I just want to mention JJ Skippy, I just put an @JJ Skippy, and it'll automatically create a link for you guys to check out, which is awesome. Now that only works for channels that have 1K or more subs, so it won't work on smaller channels, but it's really cool. And so yeah, that is it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Comment below what you think of these releases, which ones you want to get or are getting. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless you.